Hey guys, it's your boy M.K.S here, but finally back with another video. I've been procrastinating about making this because I've been a bit shy or nervous about sharing this mad and quirky idea of mine, especially as one of my sisters reminded me, like she says, most YouTubers who do well edit their videos and things like that. So I'm worrying that whether I'm making decent quality videos, but as ever, I'd love to have your feedback about whether I can improve in some way or whatever. But she said like things like I need to improve the lighting and sound. I know people have told me that before, and like two of my sisters have told me that like the best all YouTubers who make money or do well on YouTube, which I want to do for a living. So it did sort of hit home, but or make me think or ponder or double question what I was doing. But I'm sure that wasn't her intention. But she was probably just trying to give me a reality check. But she said both of them said, or two out of three of my sisters, or well, I've got four sisters altogether. But anyway, they both said like the best, or the people who make money on YouTube are the ones who edit their videos and things like that, spend time editing them. But I like to do them live, hopefully uninterrupted. So I thought of it did give me a few ideas, like doing videos like live and uninterrupted. But anyway, this is one of my mad ideas, which I'm a bit shy about sharing, but I did plan before August. Like I thought each Monday I'd like to do like microing Monday. So microing is an idea which I've had for a while before. Just like with my other ideas, I always come up with these ideas as a mad creative dyslexic guy. Not saying all dyslexics are mad, but anyway, it's an idea I had for a while when I was interested in business and making money and all that. But now I want it to be like an idea for bringing tech companies together for supporting Indigenous people from across Africa and Australasia, or Black people, Black and Sri-Lankan Indigenous people from across Africa and Sri-Lankan Australasia to work together. Anyway, sorry for the long intro, but I just thought I'd talk about how I've been a bit nervous about making this video. But I think I'm just going to get on with it anyway. You probably can't see this, but my top says the Nike thing, just do it. But sorry if you can't see it very well. But anyway, so here goes. I give them a best shot. But as I say, my videos are live and I hope uninterrupted, but they're not edited or anything like that. So I try and keep it real as much as I can and not edit things out or anything like that. So I hope people out there enjoy it, as I say. And again, I'd love to know what you think and what ways you would like to see me improve or whatever, or what you think I could improve. And as ever, I'd love to have your support on my channel. And I forgot to say Happy New Month. But anyway, especially as it's August, which is my birth month, so I definitely hope you'll support my channel. I'm going to crack on my list because I take too long. This is another one of my list videos, so I hope you enjoy it, as I say, and please let me know what you think. And I hope you will share and generally support this video, which is with the intention, this video specifically, or these videos have a specific intent of benefiting Indigenous people from Africa and Australasia especially. So here goes. So number one, I would love to, as I say, bring a family of tech together. As I say, certain numbers, as I said before, like certain numbers remind me of certain things. Like the number one reminds me of like focusing on one thing at a time, or getting things started, or bringing things together again. Just do it and get on with things as best I can. Although I do sort of overthink things and have so many ideas. But so yeah, I'd love to bring Indigenous Africans and Australasians, or Black people generally as well, and so-called Black people generally from Africa and Australasia, who live, even the ones who have moved over there as I was going to say tourists, but even the tourists who are over there, like maybe could mentor, teach, or train and learn from each other, and that sort of thing, help the Indigenous people, but also yeah, just generally Black people who live in Australasia and Africa, and also all the African countries, all 54 or 55 African countries, to work together in tech and teach each other and things like that, and that sort of thing. But yeah, to come together and work together on tech and to just basically support each other as much as possible. And as they learn together, and again, all the African leaders, politicians, political leaders, and things like that could all support each other and like help to provide things like tech opportunities and training and things like educational opportunities and that sort of thing for their people, basically for their citizens, like to give PCs, laptops, mobile phones, and also opportunities to learn about tech and that sort of thing, and like have conferences and network together. Maybe like I think it'd be great in Central Africa, especially, for instance, hosted events in particular to bring Africa together, and maybe South Africa as well, especially for Southern Africa symbolically and that sort of thing. Anyway, we'll move on. Number two, again, I think it'd be great if maybe black people generally supported Indigenous Africans and Australasians, like taught them, mentored them, and maybe even people of colour or potential allies, friends of Africa and friends of Indigenous Australasians who want help to see them improve their situation through STEM, especially tech. Again, what they can teach and learn from each other and that sort of thing. Number three, I think it'd be great if big tech supported Africa as much as possible. Maybe like I would love to lobby for any tax that's collected through technology, tech companies, to go towards supporting Indigenous Africans and Australasians, and also people to send them free equipment, or like, let's say PCs or laptops that could be done up but are not necessarily brand new but could still work, and also to be sent to possibly for Indigenous Africans and Australasians, and also they could provide teaching and mentorship and training opportunities, which I hope to come to, and just generally support each other and give like freebies and things like reduced price tech and that sort of thing. Number four, I hope this will build like peace and cooperation between African nations and people from across Africa. Like I often think of like the one tribe of Africa, or black people worldwide uniting together against violence and supremacy and things like that. Again, I hope to come to that in more detail, but I hope this will build them together in cooperation. Is something all of Africans could work towards and together, like Arab Africa and Black Africa, if you like, could also work together. But I especially want to do this partly, and much of my focus on technology, or pretty much all my focus on technology really, is for Indigenous Africans or people of colour, or black people, sorry, because they've been underrepresented in tech, especially black women. So, and I think they could invest in each other, and if the taxes they pay could be going back towards helping other Indigenous people in their communities to develop and that sort of thing. Number five, again, I especially hope to focus on supporting Indigenous Africans and Australasians in tech. Pretty much all my tech ideas are to do with supporting Indigenous Africans and Australasians, which I think would be quite ironic because I'm not that good at tech myself. Like I can type quite quick, and I've made my own YouTube channel, of course, and I use Facebook quite a lot. But in terms of programming or coding or anything complex, I'm not that great at myself. But yeah, I think it'd be great if Indigenous Africans and Australasians and the Black diaspora around the world support each other, and like including making websites and games and all sorts of things like that, and work together on the shared goal of learning from each other and just networking together and supporting each other as much as possible. And again, I think it'd be great if tech, especially big tech, but tech companies generally supported Indigenous Africans and Australasians, especially, as well as black people around the world, but especially as they've been misunderrepresented, as well as other groups as well, but especially Indigenous people from Africa. And I think it'd be great for like a one-stop place where all people who are interested in supporting Africa come together to help them in technology, as well as I say, Indigenous Australasians as much as possible. Number six, as I often mention, as a fan of Italian football, I would love for Italian football to have like ways to fundraise to improve relations between Italians and Africans through. I know Italy can have a problem with racism quite a lot of time, but I think it'd be great if the relations were improved through like Africans helping Italians to practice in football, and in return, Italians who are good at tech, for instance, or could help to teach or mentor, train people from across Africa and Indigenous Australasians as well, as I say. And also, I think like football could be used as a way to fundraise for Indigenous Africans and Australasians. So like Serie A or Italian clubs generally could, including the lower league teams, could do fundraisers to like improve relations. And also when people talk about immigration and people risking their lives traveling the sea and traveling across the sea and things like that, I think by helping their countries to develop, including through tech and STEM generally, this will mean that they won't have to take that risk. So it'll be beneficial for people from Africa and as well. Number seven, I also hope for Celtic to do as much fundraising as possible for African tech. As I say, I'm a Celtic fan, of course, as well, for those who've seen my previous videos. Number eight, I think this could be a way to challenge white supremacy or extremism generally, like either far-right extremism or terrorism or things like that. Like, for instance, people from across Africa could also work together on surveillance or making tech systems more secure, which I hope to come to again in more detail. And I think it'd be great for Black people around the world and people of colour generally as well as allies and other groups to support, as I say, diversity in tech, like more women in tech, more disabled people in tech, more people from poorer backgrounds in tech as well, but especially Indigenous Africans and Australasians. That would be where my main focus lies. And I think it would be great even if people from Ireland and potential allies and anti-imperialists around the world and people who are against white supremacy and who want to see. In the past, I often thought that in terms of supporting African, in terms of supporting as Black people and especially women are, and especially Black women are underrepresented in tech. A lot of people talk about supporting diversity or diverse groups or disadvantaged groups in tech, but I think I often thought in the past, and I still kind of think, when they pay taxes, it goes towards things like wars or weapons trade or things like that don't necessarily benefit their own communities. Although obviously they would be benefited by having higher earnings and more potential. If it's people in Africa, their taxes could go back, as I say, into their own communities. And again, I think hopefully it would be a way to tackle white supremacy as well, as I say, and extremism generally. And again, have surveillance and things like that. Number 9, I hope that African governments and N.G.O.s, and again, people who support people across Africa and Indigenous Australasians will prioritise technology and that sort of thing to empower those people, as well as STEM generally. And number 10, especially, I think, supporting young people, I think, is really important. And I think supporting them from the youngest possible age, maybe even like giving them like keyboards they can type on, so they sort of first of all make it into a game where they learn from typing things for fun, first of all, and then later on, hopefully they'll become used to where the keys are on the keyboard, and they can, like, as I say, maybe old keyboards that can't be used anymore, or things like that could be used, or specific keyboards or laptops which could be donated by companies, which they can practice their tech on and practice their typing and things like that, and maybe write stories or things like that and see how fast they can type and that sort of thing. So yeah, sorry if I was a bit nervous on this video or whatnot, but as I say, I hope some people out there enjoy it, and I would love to hear what you think, especially those who want to see empowerment for Indigenous Africans and Australasians. And peace and love. I am out.